Okay, I have to interrupt this broadcast because it has come to my attention that there has been some sizing issues with the newest Alphalete launch. And so I'm going to address those, especially as it pertains to the larger sizes, because we're not all smalls and extra smalls, and there's nothing wrong with being a small or extra small, but when that's all there is as size references, and there could be some plus size girls out here reviewing leggings, and if you are plus size and you're reviewing leggings, please let me know so I can follow you. But it needs to be addressed, the sizing. So I probably just came aware of Alphalete as a brand. I knew it existed, but as far as like purchasing anything, like 6 weeks ago. And so I have 3 colors from their old launches. I've got the Marled Shale, the Crushed Violet, and the Slate Gray. And these sizes are completely different than the launch that they just launched on the 12th, I believe. So anyway, I have the Jade Greens on right now. I ordered those in an extra large. Everything else I ordered, I think the 2 grays, these are larges. The Crushed Violets are a medium, and the Atlantic Blue I got in a large. So all over the place. And their sizing is kind of the same way with their tops. I mean, like, I'm a small in their high-low tops. I would consider myself a very true medium, like on the larger end of the spectrum, but a medium nonetheless. In Lululemon, I'm a 6 to 8, depending on the style. In Gymshark, I'm pretty much a medium. The Nikki B Season 2 leggings, they were so stretchy and so big, I was actually able to order small, but I could do a small or medium in those. And then the Energy Seamless, they were so tight that I would have to size up to a large, but for the most part, I'm a medium. So we need to address the sizing. We need to address the gusset. We need to address and yeah, so I will model the different colors. We'll compare them to the old colors. And then I also need to let you know, I worked out in the Atlantic Blue, and there's definitely some things to be at least cognizant of, because I know they kind of geared their cross sets as more of like a athleisure outfit versus like actually working out in it. And they may have wanted to consider fabrics. They're definitely the revivals this launch, the new colors. The fabric feels different. It feels thinner. And so I feel like they're going to snag so easy, but we'll get to that. So without further ado, let's get to the Jade Greens is what I'm wearing now. The Atlantic Blue, Jade Greens are extra large, Atlantic Blue large, and then the other 3 colors from the old launches. Haha! Okay, so let me first address this by saying I'm 5'9". I have a 30-inch inseam. I have a 31-inch waist and 41.5-inch hips. Okay, I'm a big girl, solid, okay? Carry most of my weight in my lower half here. So let's go ahead and model these Jade Greens. Again, Jade Green, extra large. Normally, true medium. Okay, so the gusset, this whole like, I don't know, triangular gusset doesn't personally bother me, okay? The waist, here's my belly button. So, I mean, a little bit shorter in the rise, but that's because they shortened this. So the waistband is actually the same width on the old colors versus the new, okay? So this front seam is what is probably upsetting a lot of girls and making it seem like the camel toe is a lot worse. Okay, so right now I don't have anything up there, right? I mean, it's all smooth, it's normal. This front seam, depending on my angle, can look like it's going up there. So, I mean, but I feel like their other revivals had a front seam. Right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I'll look on the old ones, but I'm pretty sure they all still have the front seam. I think it just was a longer rise. And so, plus the different gusset. So you would actually be able to tug on this a little bit more, raise it up, and it wouldn't, adjust that too much. But I still feel like you can pull the back up. Like if you wanted to, you could pull the back up and it's not gonna alter this in the front. Again, some of the girls were upset because the rise was so much shorter, then it felt like they weren't as high-waisted. But mine still come above my belly button. As long as they're above my belly button, I don't care. So, again, extra large. Fits me exactly like the large in the Atlantic Blue. And let's do a quick squat test. I can't even tell if I'm even all in the camera. Okay, right here, I've got a cute little tattoo. So I don't believe you can see that. All right, let's go to the next one. Now we have Atlantic Blue in a large, okay? And I just did the green, now the large Atlantic Blue. To me, they feel the exact same size. So again, triangular gusset. If you want to pull this up a little bit more in the back, you could do that. Again, the front seam, everything's smooth, but this front seam kind of allows it. And here's my belly button. So about the same. So I guess if you don't want that, camel toe, just don't yank them up in the front. If you want to yank them up in the back, you still can. It'll still make that, seam go up your crack like a lot of girls like. I personally don't care. But I wore these for squats and leg day, and they seemed to be fine. But I'll do a squat test. Okay, we got to talk for a second. So I've done Atlantic Blue. I've done Jade Green. I just put on the crushed violets, and these are the one pair that I have in a medium because I'm a true medium, and we got to talk. The fabric's different. It has to be a different fabric. Like the tags say it's the same, and it might be the same percents like breakdown. But they had to have gotten like a different manufacturer or something. The fabrics completely feel different now that I've been that I changed back to back, put, new to old. Yeah, it's a different fabric. Okay, so here are crushed violets. Okay, oops. Way different rise as far as like this. This goes back to that oval gusset. Okay. Now I think camel toe in darker colors, it's obviously a lot harder to see anyway, but there's like nothing, everything's smooth. Here's my belly button. So a lot more room to work with as far as like high-waistedness. You could pull these suckers up to your to your sports bra almost if you wanted to, and it's not pulling this up into your front area. So the only thing for me personally, I have like this little pooch That's just where I kind of carry some of my extra fat. So I get this little pooch. So sometimes I have a love-hate relationship with seamless leggings. And depending on the waistband, that's why I like the super wide waistbands. These were actually almost on the verge of being a little bit too high, just because where the waistband ends and where my little pooch begins, it's almost like it will accentuate that a little bit. But being a darker color, again, it's a little bit harder to see, but you'll probably notice it more so, and I'll point it out in the gray, the 2 gray colors. But here are these. Like, I feel like, okay, so here's my belly button in here. Like, here it is here. Like, the other ones, it was here. So, like, maybe have one that's, like, right here. That would probably be the perfect length on me. Okay. Squat proof. Okay, I am like really starting to sweat. Okay, next pair, slate gray. We're gonna find out together if these are squat proof or not. And I'm not all like super YouTube savvy to know how to like bleep it out with one of those emojis, you know, like how Whitney or Hope, well, if they're not squat proof, then they'll just put a little peach emoji over it when they're squatting, doing their squat chest. So if they're not squat proof, we're gonna all find out together, and I'm not gonna be able to bleep it out. So anyway, here we have the slate gray. These are large. These are from one of the previous launches. Again, the lower tummy area will probably be a little bit more obvious in these, along with the marled shale. And yeah, so let's model these. Okay, again, previous launch, totally different fabric, I think. And to prove that, after I get done modeling all of these, I'm gonna go weigh them, because it can still have the same percentage breakdown of, you know, polyamide, polyamide, cotton, spandex, I think is what these are. I can't remember off the top of my head. If that was right, then that was just a really good guess. So, but there's different weights. So just because it's the same on the tag, just because it's the same, like, oh, whatever percent polyamide, whatever percent this, that, the fabric itself has different weights. And they could have bumped it down to a lesser weight, which would make it thinner and make it feel, I mean, it's still stretchy, but it just, that would explain why it feels thinner. So I'm going to take a large pair from the previous launch and compare it to the large blue, Atlantic blue, because at least it would be a large to a large comparing. So anyway, slate gray, same concept. I don't get totally smooth here. Belly button here. So we're working with quite a bit extra. Now let me see if I can find, so here's this little extra pooch, and here's where the bottom of the waistband hits. So if that was like, you know, just slightly, and I could pull it down a little bit. So then that, you know, might conceal that just a little bit better. Squat proof, here we go. Let's find out. Oh, dear Lord, please. I think we're good, but we'll find out for sure later. Okay, last pair. We've got Marled Shale from a previous launch, and it is a size large. So again, Marled Shale, slate gray were larges. Crushed Violet was the only medium. Atlantic Blue is also a large, and Jade Green, extra large. So, again, a darker color. You don't have to be as worried about camel toe And these, belly button, again, quite a bit. That's where I would wear them to kind of conceal my pooch down there. It doesn't help that it's close to that time of the month. Smooth in between. All right, let's find out. Squat. Hey. Well, bummer. I was wrong. My theory was incorrect. Okay. Both larges weighed the exact same, which makes me believe that they're at least using the same thickness of fabric, but there's like absolutely no way. So I don't know. There's got to be something to explain that. The new colors, the 4 new colors are definitely thinner. And so that's kind of leads me into things that you need to be careful with at the gym. Like I can already tell on the blue, like, I don't know if the seams are different, but like just with some friction, I mean, there's already, there, can you see that? Like there's already some slight, and it looks like it's the same seam, like a flat, flat seam flush with the surface. I washed these inside out. I washed them according to the directions, hung dry, like, and I know maybe just a certain percentage of that is going to be inevitable. I don't know. But it didn't seem like it was an issue on these. I don't know. Like, we're talking like totally normal. So yeah, and this has been through a leg day. I mean, and there's no, so pilling, and that was the blue one workout. Because it is a thinner material, I'm going to tell you to be very, very careful, with any kind of, see, look at that. I'm going to tell you to be careful. Like I did deadlifts today with the, preloaded weighted bars. And so they kind of had that perforated handle. Oh gosh, I'm trying to, kind of like an emery board. And so it's not like, but it's not super scratchy, but it's, textured so that it will help you grip. And when I would come up from on a deadlift and you kind of like, I squeeze my butt cheeks together because that's what you do on a deadlift. I noticed that if that barbell even came into contact, like it didn't even have to rub back and forth. If it came into contact, you kind of heard that sound. And I was like, oh my God, no. So then I was like checking like a crazy person, like on the tops of the thighs so much. Like I need to do it underneath these harsh light conditions, but seriously, like don't even, I don't know. Don't put anything against the surface of this. Like if you are a girl that likes to do hip thrusts, probably don't wear them, wear these for hip thrusts. Unless, if you want to take the chance in them, I would just make sure you use a pad across your bar. Not that a lot of people don't use a bar or a pad underneath the bar anyway, so it doesn't dig into your hip bones. I would just be very careful about wearing those, doing that. Anything where something is coming into contact, even if it's not rubbing back and forth. So yes, definitely a thinner fabric, even though the weight of the fabrics are the same, the breakdown, content is the same. Let's see if I was right, by the way. 51% polyamide, 38% polyester, cotton, and 11% elastane. So, I don't know. It's got to be that they switched manufacturers. That's the only thing in my brain that makes sense. And here's the other thing. They have one tall model. Well, maybe they have more. I don't know. She's the only one that I saw in the videos. She said she's 5'10" and she normally wears a medium, but she can size down to a small. So this is just kind of a plea to some of these companies to get a girl who wears your large. I mean, you've got 2 girls modeling smalls and extra smalls, and 1 girl that's modeling a medium but says she can fit into a small. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, if you're going to offer large and extra large, have a girl to model them. And hey, call me. I'll come model them for you. But anyway, as far as that goes, I'd just be very careful wearing them. I didn't model the cross set, the black. I got it in a large. Videos are so crazy because, you know, everybody's like, well, Hope Scope said size down. This person says size up. Like, I don't know. I'm telling you what fits with me and my measurements. She was telling you what fit her and her measurements. I would say, oh, and on the Alphalete, the models were saying the underwear size, you could actually size down. They're true to size, but you could size down. If you're in between sizes, size down. Girl, wish I would have got a large. Not that a medium doesn't fit, but it's just personal preference. I guess I just don't like things that squeeze me. I'm already big enough of a gal. I don't need to accentuate any of that coming up like a busted can of biscuits. So, wish I would have got a large. But the cross set I did get in black, both the bra and the bottoms. And I know they were marketed as not a workout, like for heavy lifting, but I think Hope Scope said they held up pretty well during her heavy cardio. Waistband, interestingly, wasn't the ultra high waistband that they claimed. I feel like the old colors of the revivals, they're higher than that. So they say it's the highest waistband they've released thus far. I don't think so. Like, it doesn't hit, I don't think it hits me any higher than the old revival colors. So yeah, trying to think if there's anything else. I hope that this helps. I hope that this doesn't throw you into a tailspin of what to order, but keep in mind, I mean, their other stuff doesn't hold true to size either. Again, I consider myself a true medium. I wear comfortably a small in their high-low tops, but then they came out with that destroyed long sleeve crop top, and I'm a large. So I don't know, like, I legit thought when I bought the high-low tops in a medium, I thought, oh God, I hope these fit. It's gonna be too small. No, I needed to return it to get a small, and then the crop top, I had to get a large. So I know they try to post their little sizing charts and what size you are, but again, if you're a YouTuber that's a plus size gal doing, you know, plus size reviews on the larger sizes of leggings, let me know. I want to see your stuff. Not to say that I won't ever, you know, watch Hope Scope and Whitney Simmons and Nikki Blackett. What the heck? Not to say I'm not going to watch those, but it just doesn't apply to me. So, anyway, any clothing companies need a large, medium, let me know. Okay, hope this was helpful. If not, you're just as clueless as you were before, and I apologize for that. So, see ya. I'm a dummy. We're going to be comparing apples to apples. We need to do a large to a large. So anyway, my Jade Green is the extra large. So who knows, the large might be similar. But anyway, we'll do the blue since it's a large. So same thing, new release, triangular diamond crotch gusset. Apparently in camel toe land, the triangular crotch gusset is a no-no. Okay, let's try this again. So, about 5.5. So from a large to an extra large, you get an extra 1/2 inch. And then, again, I showed you the waistband on the large to the extra large was the same. Here's a large to a large, the same. So, new release, what'd I say? 5.5. Old release, watch, it'll be 5.5. Oh, golly. You know, it's like 6. It's not that much different. So I guess really these girls that are saying the gusset has everything to do with it, like they really didn't change all that much on the rise. Yeah, they really didn't. So apparently the ovally circular, the oval circle, she sure is the telltale here. So side by side, you can see old and new. Camel toe, no camel toe. Same rise. That's your difference. And the fabric's thinner. It's a different fabric. It has to be. They're like, yeah. Oh, we could do the back rise really quick because I know that was a lot of complaints really fast too. So again, since the waistbands are the same, I'm only going to go from the bottom of the waistband. Oops. It's about like 6 3/4 on the old. Okay, 6 3/4 on the old for the back rise. Inches. Ooh, sister, this is where, yep, this is way shorter. Yeah, by like 1 1/4 inches. So the back rise, yeah, that's where the difference is at. So they significantly shorten the back rise by like 1 1/4 inches, 1.25 inches. So the front rise is the same, essentially. I mean, at that point you're splitting hairs. I mean, it's basically the same. Front seam, it's that triangular crotch going up your booty. There you have it. Hope this helps.